says, Jesus is white. She says it with a smile on her face, like it's the most obvious thing in the world. So sure of herself, of her privilege, her ability to change history, rewrite bodies to make them look like her. She's allowed to go on national television and uncorrect the Bible and God himself tell him who his son really was. What makes a black man a black man? Is it the way reporters retell their deaths like fairy tales? Is it the way they cannot outrun a bullet? How can she say Jesus was a white man when he died the blackest way possible?
Yeah, what's up, y'all? This is Shaka Zulu, aka the Black in the Hat, and this is the Exit Show. But I want y'all to know one thing.
The white man is the devil!
Not a devil.
The devil!
Holla. Alright, what up, y'all? This is Shaka Zulu, host of the Exit Show. So anyways, I'm actually doing like a broadcast for the podcast. So this is actually a video for YouTube. So anyways, but I'm doing it on Facebook Live too. Anyways, so there was something yesterday going on that I want to touch on. So one of my co-hosts, Dina E. Mercer, had a topic about I forget what the title of her topic was. I'm quite sure she's gonna help me out with it though. But anyways, the conversation was more or less about, I guess, black men or men of color, and I guess they're interracial dating or some shit like that. I believe that's, I don't know what the topic actually was, but I know it was along those lines anyway. So anyway, I chimed in, and I think I addressed the issue that she brought up, but I actually got into like a whole bunch of other stuff. So with me, everything is like research and background, which I do a lot of research and background. I just don't get on the mic and be talking about shit that I have no idea about or don't have a clue about. I can do the fuck shit all day long. You know what I'm saying? I could talk about bullshit all day long, but trust me, I be in those books. I be in that, on that web, and I'm doing a lot of research and a lot of studying. So anyway, I brought up some points, and of course, the points I brought up, I got attacked on those points. But anyway, so my title today is, when will the black woman shut the fuck up? And when I say that, I ain't trying to be like, ill-willed or, derogatory towards black women. I love black women. I think black women are hot. I love black skin. Anyway, So with that being said, I'm going to get on into what I need to get on into. So anyways, yeah, my thing is, when will a black woman shut the fuck up? You know, there comes a time in a black woman's life where sometimes she gonna get a nigga wake up check. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of stuff is going on in the world and has always gone on, you know, as far as like black men being, you know, hurt and, you know, killed or whatever, you know, because they are black men. And black women have gotten a pass, you know, to run their fucking mouths and to actually be what I like to call a terrorist. So I personally feel like black women are like terrorists to black men. I think that black women are worse to black men's being than the white man. And why do I say that? I'll give you an example. So you got a brother, and you know, brother trying to get his house right. So let's say this. First of all, black men can't argue in their house, right? A black man can't, you know, stand up and be a black man. They like to say that, you know, like we're babies, we're little boys, and all this bullshit. But when a black man does try to stand up and take control of the house, a black woman tends to get more masculine than that man. You understand what I'm saying? So a black woman is always in an argument with a black man. A black woman is always going to try to, one, out curse him, two, out loud him. You know what I'm saying? She kind of like, you know, like balls up like she's a fucking dude. You know what I'm saying? So at that point, there is no femininity in a black woman. A black woman becomes masculine. Now, we could take it like I said yesterday. It starts from when you're a little kid. Right? The father is really, you know, and that's why like black, you know, so-called black children are really clingy with their fathers or whatever, because for the most part, the father is not as volatile as the mother is, even though the father is there parenting alongside with the mother. That child knows that mother, that black mother, is gonna fucking flip 9 times out of 10. So when you have a little boy, and we'll just say we'll start with the boys. So we have a little boy, a little black boy, and when you have this female, this woman, this black woman cursing at him, calling them all kind of motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? And you people that live in the ghetto, come on, y'all, this shit is universal. I don't give a fuck what state you live in, and you know who the fuck I'm talking about, because you done seen her. She's in your family. You know what I mean? She's your next door neighbor. You've seen black women terrorize young black men, their young black sons, in the streets. If you live in a house, you know, apartment or whatever, and you got thin walls, you've heard terrorism going on between a black mother and a young black son. I said something yesterday, you know what I'm saying, and then that shit went a whole nother way. Like, I said, you could take a white woman whose fucking kid is bad as hell. Bartholomew is fucking done set the house on fire. You know what I'm saying? He done got kicked out of school, all kind of shit going on with Lil Bart, right? That white woman's in the supermarket, bumps into Susie, and Susie's like, how's Bart doing? And that white woman's like, oh, he's okay. You know, he's doing good. Now when Ronisha bumps into Kanika in the supermarket, girl, how's Lil Malik doing? Child, he's bad. He bad as fuck, child. Just like his no good daddy. That boy's standing right the fuck there. So how many times does this boy hear this conversation about how fucking bad he is? So what does he do? He grows up and becomes bad. He's bad in school. He's, you know what I'm saying? He's of age where you can't keep him in the house now. So he's out selling dope. He got his pants sagging and all that shit. Now, where's the father? Oh, that arguing you was doing, right? You done ran the father off. You feel me? So you done ran his male figure off. Now the strong black woman is raising little Malik. So now Lil Malik goes to, if Lil Malik is still in school, he goes to school, his pants are sagging, he's calling the teachers bitches and all kind of shit. He's thrown out of school, and it starts this other cycle. So the shit that's crazy is people always say, like, what's wrong with the black man, but nobody checks the black woman. The black woman's fucking out of control. You look at the Maury show. Who the fuck is on the Maury show? Black women. Right? You got this man thinking this child is his. You fighting with him and all this bullshit this man's going through, trying to see the kid or whatever. You got the man on child support. You know what I'm saying? This man is like, man, you know what? This kid, I don't know. It's something about this kid just ain't right to me. So he take you on Maury. Find out the fucking kid ain't his. Do you apologize to that man? No. You know why? Because you're a fucking terrorist. You know what I mean? And you're going to stake your claim. Oh, well. You know how many times I watched Maury and heard, oh, well? Oh, well? You don't ruin this man's life. So it's always what's wrong with the black man. But like I said, nobody checks the black woman. She's ratchet. And then, we get into the realm of the interracial relationships, right? Black women always got a problem with, black men are dating outside the race. Why should a black man want to stay inside of this relationship? He done been through this shit with his mother for 18, 19, 20 years, whatever the case may be. Now he's out in the world. Now he's his own man, and now he gets in a relationship once again with his mother. Because you know why? The little boy Malik that I was talking to you about, Ronisha is in the house also, the sister, the little black girl. So what does this little black girl see? How does she feel like she's supposed to treat a man? The same way she sees her mother treat little Malik. So she grows up to be a terrorist against black men because her mother done showed her the map. Her mother done showed her, that you're supposed to belittle a black man. That you're supposed to talk to a black man like he's shit, like he's trash. So you see how the cycle just like keeps going? And that's why I said this shit is like universal. So it don't matter what state you're in or where you're at. It's a universal, it's alert fucking behavior. Now me personally, I'm black. I don't watch Love and Hip Hop and all that bullshit. So for me to be in a relationship in a relationship where that shit is playing in my house, it's gonna be an issue in the fucking relationship. Because that's another map, another blueprint, and people don't see this. These motherfuckers is trying to show your daughters how the fuck they supposed to be acting. And people can't get enough of that shit. So that is, to me, it's just a ploy. It's the white man's way to kind of keep the Willie Lynch syndrome alive. So we've been out of slavery over 400 years, right? But that seed is still embedded in our minds. And these are subliminal messages. Like these shows. Maury is showing black ratchetness. Love and Hip Hop. All these other motherfucking shows is showing little girls how to motherfucking conduct themselves. Now you take Michelle Obama and you take Beyonce. Who does your daughters look up to as a black woman? I bet Beyonce is more in rotation in your house than Michelle Obama is. Are you telling your daughters you need to go to college? You need to be like Michelle Obama? Nah. You telling them. Now, you're not telling them, but you're showing them. You need to be like Beyonce. You know why? Because if you look at 90% of white women's profiles on social media, it is a regular picture. You look at 90-something% of black females' pictures on social media, titties out, or they turned around with the ass sticking out. But you motherfuckers call yourself queens. How the fuck are you a queen? Matter of fact, Black women are the only ones that give themselves a fucking title, but they don't conduct themselves, you know what I'm saying, like, you know what I'm saying, in the realm of that title they give themselves. So once again, I get into the interracial relationship thing. So black women of color seem to have a problem with, you know, when men go outside of their race. Now, the shit that's funny is me. I've always dated Puerto Rican girls. Like, I've always been with Spanish girls. Always. You know what I'm saying? Now, I understand they're black, but there is a difference between Spanish girls and black girls. So black women have an issue with that also. When you date Spanish girls, they got an issue with that shit too. Black women just have issues in general. So I heard something yesterday whereas matter of fact, I'm not going to jump that. I'm going to stay right here where I'm at right now. So when we're talking about the interracial thing, why are you mad at white women for winning? So you got brothers that are, one, tired, you know what I'm saying, of the arguing, tired of the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? I'm laid back. I don't want to argue with no chick I'm in a relationship with. That, you know what I'm saying? That's first and foremost. You know what I'm saying? And when I wake up in the morning, like me personally, I love the morning time. You know what I'm saying? As long as my kids are breathing and I woke up, I'm breathing, there is nothing for me to fucking be miserable or be unhappy or sad about at all. I love life. But when you wake up next to a motherfucker at 6 o'clock in the morning and she got a fucking frown on her goddamn face, and at 12 o'clock in the afternoon she got the same goddamn frown she had on her face at 6 o'clock, and then at 5 o'clock in the afternoon she got the same fucking frown on her face, at 9 o'clock at night the same frown on their fucking face, and now it's time to go back to bed and you got the same fucking frown on your face, it kind of kills your spirit. You understand what I'm saying? So why are black women so fucking unhappy all the fucking time? Like, all the fucking time. Why can't black women, like, get in a confrontation and use a better judgment? Why you gotta turn the fuck up all the time? Why you gotta be loud all the goddamn time? Why you gotta curse a motherfucker out all the goddamn time? And the shit that's crazy, I've been seeing videos now, and it's been all over the media. You know what I'm saying? The motherfucking, it's not only against black men now out here in the world. People are turning up on black women. Cause you bitches is going in these motherfucking stores. Like, I seen the video, what was it, North Carolina somewhere. Black chick was in a fucking hair place. You know what I'm saying? And she acting all belligerent. Nah, let me stop. She's acting black. She's acting the way she was taught, the way she was raised, and the way she's raising her child. She turned up in this motherfucking Chinese lady in his hair place. Okay, so anyway, so you and these people place, arguing with these people or whatever, so the shit got out of hand. And that man, that Asian man beat her black ass. There are different situations going on where people, you know what I'm saying, are putting their hands on black women. You know what I'm saying? Because, see, the black man has to put up with that mouth. But see, other races, you know what I mean? Like, they not putting up with the black mouth. See, and you know what? A lot of times that black mouth is fucking intimidating. You're trying to intimidate people. People not intimidated by your asses no more. And the fellas are tired of getting locked up because of the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Or whatever. So fellas is going elsewhere. And fellas are living productive lives. And they doing their thing without the drama. Now, black women feel like white women, oh, y'all go to them white women because y'all some weak ass niggas. And them white women let y'all do whatever y'all want to do and all this shit. That ain't the case. That ain't the case at all. Like I said, I like to see a smile in the face in the morning time. The difference between white women and black women is you can argue with a white woman or whatever, and then you can talk about that after you don't calm down or whatever. You can talk about it. And if a white woman is wrong, she will tell you she's wrong. And if she's not wrong, you know what I'm saying, just to motherfucking kill the fucking the drama and shit, you know what I'm saying, she'll come up and whatever it may be. Hey, fuck that shit. Let's forget about that shit. But not you black women. That fucking one argument will go on and on and on and on. You understand what I'm saying? I asked a black girl the other day, and I was recording it on the show. I asked her if she liked white women, and she was like, "What you mean, to fuck them?" And I was like, "No, do you like white women in general, right?" And she's kind of like basically like, "No." So here's my question to black women. So, and it's the funny shit. When we date outside our race, black dudes, listen, white women like us because we black. No ways about it. They don't want us to be a white man. They don't want us nothing. They like us because they like our skin. They like our swag. They like everything about us because we are us. So when you say black women will see you with a white woman, you know what I'm saying? They be on some old, oh nigga, you hate yourself. You a sellout. Uncle Tom ass nigga. House nigga. Like this bitch was saying to me last night. House nigga and all this other shit is what they say when you dating white women. But what about you black women? Because a black man is not running around, you know what I'm saying, dyeing his hair blonde because he's, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, trying to be a white man. A black man is not running around, you know what I'm saying, going to the motherfucking eyeglass place to get some motherfucking blue contacts to put in his eyes. A black man is not trying to be a white man. So how do we hate ourselves when we remain ourselves? Ain't nothing changed about me. I got a little bit of brain to me, but I still speak the way I speak. I'm from New York. I'm from the Bronx. It is what it is. I come from the streets. Just because I, you know what I'm saying, choose to marry a, you know what I'm saying, or whatever, a white woman, that shit don't change me. I'm still me. Look at my gestures and shit. This ain't faking. This is just me. I'm always gonna be me. But you, black women, can stay in the race, you know what I'm saying, or what rather, like not date outside the race, but still want to be somebody else that you're not. Why you have blonde weave, black woman? Why do you wear color contacts, black woman? Why do you wear fake eyelashes, black woman? Why do you wear fake fingernails, black woman? To me, that's self-hate. Because yeah, I know black people can produce black, brown, tan, white, albino, blonde hair, green eyes, blonde hair, blue eyes. I know black people can produce all that. But when you're not born that fucking way with those features, why do you go out your way to buy those features? But yet it's still a black man is a sellout and the nigga hate himself. I've been married to a white woman for 13 years, nigga. I'm black as fuck. I ain't trying to bleach my skin. I ain't trying to be a white man. I'm still me. So how am I a fucking sellout? How do I hate my... where's the self-hate? Where do I hate myself at? Nigga, I love me. So now that answers the question about what was asked about me the other day or whatever when I was on this topic about the self-hate shit. Black men don't hate themselves because every fucking body loves the black man. The white man don't love him, but everybody fucking else do. So why the fuck would I want to be somebody else? So when you next time you see an interracial, you know, saying couple, black dude with a white woman or whatever, just remember that dude loves himself, and that dude loves himself so much that he don't want to deal with bullshit no more. Maybe he wants to have some fucking kids and not have those kids fucking terrorized in their goddamn house. See, black women don't think about this shit. While you in the house yelling at little Leroy, calling them all kind of motherfuckers and no good bastards and shit like that, like you that you black women call these young black men, guess what? Little Leroy got to leave the fucking house and go outside and have some fucking white cop throw him up against the goddamn wall and say the same fucking things to him. So he got to get that shit from outside, and then he got to come home and hear the same fucking shit in the house. But y'all don't think about that shit. Because see, for the black woman, it's all about them. It's all about what satisfies and what glorifies her ass. Not the fucking mental welfare of these little black boys that they're fucking raising without a father, because you done kicked him the fuck out, or he done had enough fucking sense to say, you know what, before I kill this bitch, let me get the fuck up out of here and live my goddamn life. You bitches glorify the fucking drug dealer, but don't glorify the motherfucker on the back of that goddamn garbage truck that's picking up your garbage every goddamn day. The nigga on the corner is what's popping. I seen a video yesterday in that Chicago group. It was a dude in Brooklyn and whatever. He had come home from prison and shit, and he was going live from work. I think he worked like in fucking Burger King or some shit like that. And the derogatory remarks by black women was fucking ridiculous. Here's a dude, you know what I'm saying, that got a fucking job, but yet it's still, you work and your nigga is sitting on the fucking couch playing Xbox all fucking day. A matter of fact, the nigga might be dropping you off at work in your car and then going back to the fucking house and playing Xbox all goddamn day. And then when it's time for you to get off, this nigga is late coming to pick your fucking black ass up. So then that's another fucking argument. You see what I'm saying? So black women got their priorities fucked up. Now, there was a thing that was said yesterday by my co-host Dina about, oh, well, during slavery, we had to give up pussy to keep them off y'all asses and this and that and this and that, and y'all didn't do anything. See, like me, I'm all about research, and I'm definitely about history. So before you say some shit, research some shit. Do you know how many motherfucking rebellions they fucking had back in the days that were unsuccessful? You think motherfuckers was just sitting around trying to get whipped, you know what I'm saying, having their kids sold and all that shit, and letting the master fuck their wife and shit like that? Nah. Motherfuckers was rebelling. It just wasn't successful rebellions. So when you get into, you know what I'm saying, like the shit that I'm into, all kind of research, motherfucking slave narratives. I listen to slave narratives. You know what slave narratives is? The voices of fucking actual slaves, man. Their fucking account of different things that took place. That's how I know what I know. So it's not that, oh, we just sat around and did nothing. Nah, motherfuckers died, man. It wasn't like, you know, we were just all cool with that shit. Do you know what the fuck the Willie Lynch letters? Did you ever read that shit? Did you ever hear that shit? Did you ever did you ever realize how, you know what I'm saying, they would take a man, a male slave or whatever, and fucking tie his ass to 4 fucking horses, legs extended, one leg on tied to one horse, the other leg arm tied to another one, both legs tied to other horses or whatever. And these motherfuckers shoot a gun or hit the horses on the ass, and the horses tear the man apart while they had all the fucking slaves standing out there watching that shit. You know why they did that? You know why they did that shit? They did that shit to keep black women in line. And you talking about we stood around and did nothing while y'all had to give up pussy or whatever? Massa was taking that pussy regardless. So what the fuck you talk? What, Master, don't beat my husband? Here's some pussy? Master was taking the pussy regardless. So you sound crazy as fuck. So it was a systematic thing. They did that shit, and why? The reason was so that woman, okay, they tore apart the man so that the black woman can stand there and see that shit. And you know what? And you know what it would do? It would make her maternal instincts as a mother not want that shit to happen to her young son. So she would raise that kid or whatever to be fucking obedient. And she would raise her daughter to give the pussy up. So quiet as kept. It wasn't a lot of fucking raping going on, as some of you dumbass fucking niggas think. It was kind of consensual sex, really, but it really wasn't. But it kind of was. You know why? Because the black woman was trained to motherfucking rear her daughter to give that pussy up at a certain age. You understand what I'm saying? So before you come out with that shit, go read the Willie Lynch letters, or go check the Willie Lynch letters out. It's the making of a fucking and breaking of a fucking slave. So don't think that, you know what I'm saying, oh, we didn't do anything, we just sat back and let these motherfuckers do whatever they wanted to do. Nah, motherfuckers rebelled. And some of this shit that went on, Willie Lynch was a fucking slave owner in the goddamn West Indies that came to the fucking South to show these motherfuckers how to fucking keep the goddamn slaves in line. Because these motherfuckers was goddamn rebelling. My man Brian said he used to hate to see a black woman with a white man. Me too. The shit that's crazy about me, some people think it's crazy. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Yo, I hate to see a black woman with a white man. Like, that shit turns my fucking stomach. That shit turns my stomach. But you know what's crazy? Don't nobody check a black woman when she's fucking dating a white man. Don't nobody say this bitch hate theyself. Or she's a house nigga. Or she's a fucking Aunt Tom. Don't nobody say none of that shit. And a black bitch that dates a white man, 9 times out of 10, them bitches will call you a nigga with the ER at the end faster than the goddamn white woman will. Or a white man. I went to a church in Ocala. When I first moved to Ocala, I went to a church in Ocala, predominantly white. Only black people in this church was me and this black lady that was married to this white dude. And I watched this bitch come up the aisle. Everybody that was in the aisles ahead of me, she said something to all these white people. Hey, good morning, how you doing? God bless you, boom, boom. Skipped me and started going to everybody else that was behind me. Now, black women like to say, oh, you know, black dudes go fuck with white women. It's a money thing. But why do black women fuck with white dudes? It gotta be about money. It gotta be about money. Because 9 times out of 10, that cracker don't look better than no fucking black man. So what's your fucking motives? They say that black men want to be babied. We're little boys. We're babies. Nah, black dudes is just tired of motherfucking having bitches run over their fucking ass. So you, like you try to say about us, that we go to white women because we can do what we want to do. That's why y'all bitches go to white men. That's why y'all go to white men, because you can run all over a fucking cracker. Because all a cracker want to do is relive the fucking the same shit that his motherfucking great grandfathers and them was fucking reliving. They want some black pussy. And they tired of fucking prostitutes. They tired of paying for black pussy. They want the black pussy in the fucking house. Since y'all want to take it there. Now I'm off fucking topic now. Now yesterday I was motherfucking saying how somebody was like, oh, you don't know history, you don't know this and you don't know this, when I was breaking down, you know, saying the Bible, but I had to go to work, so I really couldn't motherfucking get on it the way I want to get on it. Now here's the Bible. Here's the Africans versus the Negroes. Ham is the youngest son of Noah, and this was 96 years before the flood. and it says Ham is the progenitor of the dark races and not the Negroes. This is what I was trying to say yesterday about us not being fucking African. And I didn't get to finish because I was trying to run through it because I had to go to work. Right? There's a difference between, so when you come at me, like I said, yo, go do your homework before. We can bullshit, I can roast, I can crack jokes all day long. But when we talking about like history and we talking about like, you know what I'm saying, like our people, man, do your research. Don't go off your emotions because I hurt your feelings with it. So anyway, Ham, the youngest son of Noah, 96 years before the flood. Ham is the progenitor of the dark race, not the Negroes. Do you know what progenitor means? Progenitor means father. Okay? Now, it breaks it down in the Bible where, you know what I'm saying, the dark races, not the Negroes. That means there are different races of dark folk on the earth. And the people that were taken into slavery are not fucking Africans. So you are not African. So all this kente cloth and all this, you know, red, green, and black shit, nah. You're not fucking African. Africans don't like motherfucking Negroes. The Bible said African and the Bible said Negro. So who the fuck are the Negroes? Now my man Brian Gill said Hebrew Israelite, the people of the Bible. The people of the Bible are not those fucking, those filthy ass Africans like you fucking want to think you are. So when you coming at me with the bullshit, do your research. Fuck that. We all come from somewhere else. Allegedly. I'm West Indian. Right? Am I really West Indian? Nah, I'm a fucking Hebrew Israelite. I'm West Indian by slavery. But that's the thing with black people. And that's the thing with religion too. Like black people, we all separated. We all want to be fucking something else. Except who we really are. Because motherfuckers don't know who the fuck they are. And another shit is, you know what I'm saying, you know, somebody, what was it yesterday? They were talking about some shit about, you know, the woman being the fucking the mother of the earth, you know what I'm saying, the giver of life. All right, that's fine and dandy. And like it was pointed out, you know, the Bible's a lie. The Bible's the white man's book and all this bullshit. And there was no immaculate conception. Why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't it be? Why wouldn't God be able to plant a seed in a woman and give life? Why would that be so far-fetched? When you take a house, right? Just take some concrete, put it over some grass, right? You know, like your driveway, right? What happened when that cement cracks after a few years? When that cement starts cracking or whatever, what happens? What happens there? Life. Don't them fucking weeds and shit will come up out them goddamn cracks? So you trying to tell me some fucking voodoo made that shit? Made this fucking earth? That's some bullshit right there. That, like, for somebody to think some shit like that. Take a fucking, listen, I don't know if you ever like noticed, like if you ever had like a little leak, a little flood or some shit like that, like some anywhere in your fucking house. You know what I'm saying? Anywhere there's like some like water leakage or some shit like that, I guarantee you, there will be some kind of fucking microorganism swimming around in that goddamn water. You understand what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to bust, but I'm just answering. This is my rebuttal right now. I'm just answering back from the shit that was going on yesterday. Haitians love voodoo. That's Haitian shit, right? They do voodoo? Okay, tell me this. How come no voodoo, right? No voodoo, but here in Florida where I'm at, there's fucking orange groves, there's fucking banana trees. Matter of fact, I'm gonna keep it gangster. In Panama, right? Where my other peoples is at. Vegetation is flourishing. Why they ain't shit growing in Haiti? Why they starving? Why is Africa going through so much fucking famine? The richest continent, you know what I'm saying, on earth. Why is there barren and desolate motherfucking fields with, you know what I'm saying, with people fucking dying because they can't grow shit? It's your voodoo. It's your voodoo. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. It's the voodoo. Haiti is cursed because of the fucking voodoo. Cuba is cursed because of the fucking voodoo. Nobody never thought of that shit. How come the Dominican Republic is right next door to Haiti? How come the Dominican Republic is not fucked up? But you gonna tell me some shit about some voodoo? Nah, I'll stick with the word of the Bible, because voodoo ain't telling me who the fuck I am. Neither is Christianity, neither is Islam, neither is the fucking Catholic religion, neither is Baptist, Methodist, Protestant, none of that shit. None of that shit can tell a black man who the fuck he really is, which is a Hebrew Israelite. Black is all over the Bible, and it's not a white man's book. Like I said yesterday, it is not a white man's book. That's that bullshit. But you black asses will go to that fucking black Christian church and hear fuckery and bullshit all goddamn day long. That's actual and factual. But you're still poor. You're still on drugs. Your man's still cheating on you. But you in church every goddamn week. Now, another thing I want to talk about is the black man, the lands are cursed. Exactly. The lands are cursed. And you know why the lands are cursed? Because when we were living amongst the Africans, I don't know who number that is. When we were living amongst the Africans, we picked up their motherfucking habits and their traditions. And we took that shit wherever we may be. Now, I don't know why it was such a concentration of the shit in Haiti, but the Haitians were on that. So, I don't know if they came from a specific part in Africa, the Haitians or whatever, but they were on that. And that land is fucking cursed. Cursed. So, what good is your voodoo? What good is your voodoo? If your voodoo is popping, make your land fertile. Make your land rich. Embed your soil, your earth with the diamond. It's diamonds. It's all kind of shit up under this earth. If your voodoo's popping, bring that shit up to the surface and dig your country out of that fucking despair that it's in. Look at Cuba. Motherfuckers are trying to like leave Cuba and motherfucking little kids floaties or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever they could try to float in the fucking ocean with sharks and shit, they trying to do that. Why are you trying to leave a country that's popping? It's like I said, you look at the countries that are deep in that voodoo shit, they are fucked up. They are straight fucked up. If voodoo is so good, I mean, goddamn, you should have $1 million in your bank account. Everybody that do voodoo, you should be driving Ferraris or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Whatever your heart may desire, you should be having. You women that, you know what I'm saying? You women that's doing voodoo or whatever, you should have the ideal man. You know what I'm saying? No homo. You should have, what's the light-skinned nigga name? Boris Cujo or Shamar, whatever the dude name is, the motherfuckers that y'all like so much. It is Elbro, whatever the fuck his name is. All them dudes, y'all should be able to motherfucking Make your doll. Make you a motherfucking I forget the nigga. I just said the nigga name. Boris Cujo. Make a Boris Cujo doll. I want Boris in my bed tonight. What's poppin'? It's so good. And I'm not, you know what I'm saying? Look, on some real shit, I'm just talking. I really ain't posing, you know what I'm saying? I really ain't trying to down nobody's shit. But it is what it is. People don't know who they are. How Africa produced most of the world's diamonds and other precious and fine raw materials, but they're still the poorest. Thank you. Thank you. You know why? You know why? Because you gonna pay for what the fuck you done to God's chosen people, Bryant. That's why. And that's what I'm saying. Africa. Diamonds. The rarest fucking diamonds. All that shit under that goddamn, you know what I'm saying, under that goddamn earth there in Africa. And motherfuckers got flies on their fucking face. That's famine, dog. That's plagues, my nigga. The AIDS. That's justice, my nigga. I don't give a fuck about them Africans. That's justice, dude. You know, when you get into this shit with white people always saying, well, black people sold black people in the, you make your mouth do a whole lot. You don't need to make no goddamn voodoo doll to make my mouth do nasty shit. Fuck. I see you next time I come to New York. Goddamn it, you saying something slick. Watch when I get out there and I'm telling her what's up. What you want that mouth to do? And she gonna be acting all stupid. But anyway, now you see, you made me forget my you see how the black woman's fuckery made me forget my next fucking thought. You see what I'm saying? Nah, that's my girl Tamika though. Nah, but on some real shit though. Look. This is how I sum up slavery, because white people would always want to say, well, black people your own people put you in slavery. Nah, them filthy ass Africans put my people in slavery. And you think about it like this. These motherfuckers is in the jungle fighting lions and tigers and all kind of wild shit, killing elephants and shit like that, but you let a motherfucking little cracker walk his ass all the way through Africa? And it's not like they parked their boat out there, you know what I'm saying, and took the canoe in or whatever, and started rounding motherfuckers up that was in the beach, having a beach day. They went deep into the heart of the jungle, my nigga. Deep in the fucking jungle. So you mean to tell me all these goddamn tribes and all that shit they went through, and ain't nobody checked their ass? You know why? Because they had help. And you know who they had help from? Them filthy ass motherfucking Africans. Them Africans directed these crackers to where the goddamn Israelites were, and that's who they took into slavery. They marched out of that jungle. It took them days to get the fuck out of that jungle. So you done went through all kind of fucking different villages and tribes and shit like that. You understand what I'm saying? They went deep in the fucking jungle and brought them Israelites up out of there. And that's why today Africans don't fuck with you so-called African Americans, because them motherfuckers know we not the same goddamn people, and the Bible says that. So how a motherfucker in 2017 gonna tell me, oh, the shit in the Bible ain't true? The Bible is fucking actual and factual. And I used to be on some old, oh, that's the white man shit, but nah, it's not. The white man can't understand the motherfucking Bible. Is the white man shit. How old is the goddamn Bible? The Bible got nuclear war in it. Zechariah chapter 13 verses 12. Read that shit. Read that shit. Do anybody know that the word nigga is in the Bible? Since Jesus Christ is love, there's no hate in the Bible. None of that shit. These Christians want to make you think like, Nah. If you read the fucking Bible and interpret the Bible correctly, the Bible's all about fucking war, man. And to put it in layman's term, Jesus Christ was Jesus Christ was really the first original gangster. Now God was, but Jesus Christ is like, you know what I'm saying? Jesus Christ was a fucking OG. Jesus Christ was, this dude was about war, man. The dude was about war. Yeah, the dude was about love, but the dude was about war, man. And this is the bullshit. This is why black people here in America don't know who the fuck they are. Because you got these dumbass, black-ass preachers telling them dumb shit. They're not preaching they're not preaching the word. They taking a little bit of the word and putting what the fuck they feel on it instead of just reading the fucking Bible straight the way the fuck it is. I grew up in the church. I never heard, any fucking preacher say that, that Jesus Christ's skin was as black as mine. I never heard that shit. And it's right there in black and white. So if this was the white man's book, the white man forgot to take out a very important part of the fucking Bible. Jesus Christ's fucking description. Because it described a black man. It described nappy hair. It said his hair was like wool, like wool. Like, you know what I'm saying? What's wool? What looks like wool? Nappy hair. They didn't know how to say nappy, so they like the hair was like wool. You look at a sheep. A sheep hair is like, that's wool, ain't it? So and his feet was bronze like it been burnt in the furnace. God damn it! If my fucking feet is black, what the fuck is the rest of my goddamn skin? The Ashanti tribe was one of the first tribes to sell their own people to them crackers into slavery. Yeah. If you read the King James Version, it says in Jeremiah chapter 14 verses 2, it says the Jews are black. Hitler said the fucking Jews are black as he was motherfucking making soap out of them so-called white Jews. Hitler said the real Jew is a black man. And some of you niggas never heard that shit a day in your fucking life. You don't have a fucking clue. We African. Yeah, we African. Go to one of those, like I tell the Muslims, go to one of them Arab businesses and tell them you're a Muslim. I'm your brother. I need a job. I'm fucked up. And you so-called African Americans, go in one of them goddamn African businesses and tell your African brother, hey man, I need a job. They look out for their own. Who the hell is that? So anyways, so that is my thing. And now I want to finish this off because I'm going to get back into the black woman. This is the whole shit that we started on. So my topic today, the title was, when will a black woman shut the fuck up? Black women need to shut the fuck up sometimes. You worried about, you know what I'm saying, there's no good black men out there. There are good black men out there. You know why? You know how I know there's good black men? Because they're meeting women outside of their race. And guess what? Brothers are getting married to these women. Whether it be Asian, whether they be white, whether they be Hispanic. Niggas is getting married. But you are the only race of women that have multiple children from different dudes, and none of these fucking men are marrying your fucking asses. So you know what? It's not about the black man not being a grown man and he's a little boy. You need to check your goddamn self. Check your fucking self. You got a lot of brothers out here that don't like white girls, but guess what? You wearing weave, you wearing fucking eyelashes, you wearing fake fingernails. You understand what I'm saying? But this brother want a nappy head bitch. I want a bitch with nappy fucking hair. I want a bitch that look like my great grandmother did. But black women that look like black women in the fucking 50s and in the 40s and in the early 1900s, they're fucking gone. They're gone. And you talk about yesterday, they were talking about, oh, well, you know, We hold y'all asses down. We do this and do that. You know what I'm saying? And y'all go date outside your race. Y'all go date these white bitches. Where y'all holding us down at? You're holding us back. I don't see you holding us down. How the fuck you holding us down? We get in an argument. You calling the fucking cops. I gotta leave my goddamn house. Cause you calling the cops on me. That's holding me down? The same motherfucker I gotta deal with when I go out there in the street, you bring it to the fucking house. To get me out the fucking house. Remember grandma and great grandma and all them? They was married to grandpa for fucking 40, 50, 60 years. Because grandma knew how to fucking conduct herself. And I'm not saying grandma was a fucking servant to grandpa. It was a fucking difference. And grandma was real. And like I said yesterday, most of you females, at the end of the night, when you come home and you get ready to get in the shower, you turn into a whole nother person. You got on a wig. You got to take the contacts out. You got to take the eyelashes out. You're a whole nother fucking person. You talking about you putting a brother down talking about, oh, you know what I'm saying, you don't make enough money, you can't take care of me and this, you know, the household. Nigga can't pay bills because he paid for weave. He got to pay for all that fake shit that you put on. And for what? For me? You don't need to put that shit on for me because I need you to take this shit off. You got to have that shit on in the house? Nah, that shit is for your outside appearance. So who the fuck hates who? So to me, black men don't hate themselves if they date outside their race. I think black women hate themselves. And yeah, Brian, yeah, Jesus Christ was a black man, a Hebrew, and he's from the tribe of Judah. Jesus Christ is a Judean. Me being West Indian, I'm from the tribe of Benjamin. And you being Colombian, Brian is Colombian. I gotta look on the chart. Colombians, I know the Native American Indians are of the tribe of Gad. The Puerto Ricans are from the tribe of Ephraim. And I think you, the Guatemalans. Oh, shit. I gotta look it up to see what tribe you from, Brian. But yeah, see, this is the shit I'm talking about. And the Haitians are Levites. The Haitians, Moses in the Bible, Moses was a Levite. So Moses was a Haitian. Moses was a Levite. And here's some other gangster shit. Okay. Yeah, so Zebulon. There you go. See, you know, see, you already know. You already know what it is, dog. Yo, dog, yo, I'm telling you, yo, when I came into this knowledge, man, yo, nigga, I was open. I was open as fuck, man, on you know what I'm saying, on this Israelite shit. Because you know what? These are questions that I've been, and this is why I've been doing research. Like, I've been on this research shit for years, yo. I researched slavery, you know what I'm saying? I know about the Aboriginal people, you know what I'm saying, in Australia. You know what I'm saying? I don't play, dog, you know what I'm saying? And then when I got into this Israelite, you know what I mean? And I'm like, I mean, I sent you a video yesterday. I don't know if you checked that video out with Captain Meshach and them. Yo, I fuck with them heavy, dog, because, you know what I'm saying? And I even messaged Captain Meshach, and he hit me back, like, you know what I'm saying? So, when there's things that I need to know, like, you know what I'm saying? I hit homeboy up, and this nigga, yo, he answers me, like, on some real shit. You know what I'm saying? And I always felt like, you know what I'm saying? The funny shit is, like, I always felt like as far as death goes, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, when a motherfucker die or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, how can hell, to me, being in this skin, we in hell. So how, really? So I think hell, if we did go to fucking down there and burn the fuck up, that shit is a cakewalk, because being here on earth is a motherfucker for us. So I think we can deal with hell. You know what I'm saying? But like, I know that, like, there is no fucking hell. There is no little man with a fucking pitchfork under the fucking ground. You know what I'm saying? And when people be on that bullshit, oh, I know my mother's looking down on me from heaven and all that bullshit. Man, that's slave shit, man. That's slave shit, dog. On some real shit. And when Jesus Christ cracked this motherfucking sky, he not coming back for everybody, motherfucker. You don't think it's just like the Africans are suffering now? You gonna pay for what you did to God's people. The Haitians are suffering. Why the Haitians are suffering? The Haitians were the first motherfuckers free of slavery. Because they rebelled, and you know what I'm saying? And they popped off. I give them that. But what happened after that? You know what I'm saying? You come from Moses' people. Matter of fact, the rest of the Israelite tribes are actually supposed to pay their tithe. Listen, this goes to show you right here about that fucking why Haiti is cursed. And it's cursed because of that voodoo shit. Moses is a Haitian. Moses is a fucking a Levite. Right? So how can you be descendant of one of the highest priests, one of the highest prophets in the Bible, but you live but you're the most fucked up people on the face of the earth. And the rest of the tribe, if everything was in order, the rest of the tribes, that the 10% of the tithing is supposed to go to Haiti. It's supposed to go to the Levites. The Levites are supposed to be the fucking richest tribe out of the lost 12 tribes of Israel. And they're the fucking poorest inhabitants on the fucking planet. Why is that? It's the voodoo shit that they brought back from fucking Africa, dog. Why did their rebellion work? Why were they freed from slavery? Because they were blessed. They was blessed because of who their priests was. But then they was doing that goddamn that voodoo shit, and they're cursed, dog. They're fucking cursed, and the curse is not coming off because they embedded in that voodoo shit. The curse will not lift off of Africa because you sold God's people into slavery, and you're practicing the fucking voodoo. So to each his own, and I ain't busting it. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? People feel like they can say what they want to say, so I can say what I want to say, and we still friends. Ain't no, you know what I'm saying? Ain't no bad shit. You know what I'm saying? But I deal with the truth though. You understand what I'm saying? And nobody's gonna tell me, you know what I'm saying, that the voodoo shit is over. You know what I'm saying? Is over God. Is over Jesus. Nah, not at all. Not at all. Not at all. I'll go to sleep real easy and I'll die real easy knowing I done found out who the fuck I really am. I'm not worshiping a fucking cabbage, a fucking rock, a goddamn moose, or whatever the fuck, you know what I'm saying, everybody else fucking worships or whatever. Fuck that. I know the truth. And it ain't hard to see the fucking truth because everything that's going on right now, how old is the fucking, dog, how old is the Bible? And people say, oh, well, you never seen Jesus and you never seen this and you never seen that. All right, fine. But you know what? The words that are in the Bible, that shit is jumping off in the planet and always been jumping off in the planet. Voodoo can't tell me a nuclear war. The Bible, you know what I'm saying? The Bible, yo, do you know who the Moab is? Moab, I'm sorry. Moab is the Koreans. But see, people go to church all fucking every goddamn Sunday and don't know what the fuck is going on in the Bible. The Bible describes who the fucking Koreans are. And the Bible describes nuclear war. And war in the Middle East is synonymous with the end of days. So motherfuckers better get their ass right. Like, we might not see it in our lifetime, but this bitch about to be over. This motherfucker is about to be over. War in the Middle East is synonymous with the end of fucking days. But instead of people trying to get their motherfucking, and another thing I'm gonna bring out. Another thing I'm gonna bring out, and I got this from Captain Meshach, because you know when I came into this truth, you know what I'm saying, and I got with Captain Meshach, and I said, listen, man, I've been following y'all for a minute, even before I left New York. I've been, you know what I'm saying, I was checking the Israelites out and boom, boom, and then I got into the hard body. Now, you know what I'm saying, and when he hit me up, I said, listen, man, I believe everything, and boom, boom, boom. I told him where my family comes from. He told me, here's who you are. You know what I'm saying? And I said, listen, I got one problem though. I said, I'm married to a white woman, right? And and this is what the captain told me. He said, listen, he said, that don't matter because you did that before you got into the truth. He said, we all did a lot of shit before we got into the truth. And he said, and he said, listen, he said, but she's your wife. He said, you don't mistreat her. You don't, blah, you know what I'm saying, like different things you don't, you know what I'm saying, boom, boom, boom. He said, now, she can't come down, you know what I'm saying, and you know, to the school and things of that nature or you know, whatever, because she is Esau. But he said, your children, he said, your children are Esau. So A black man can't go outside the race. You understand what I'm saying? And procreate and have children. He said you are, and he said the Bible says you are of the father's seed. So even though my kids are, got a white mother, my kids are Israelite. Now, when the black woman dates a white man or whatever, or has a baby with a white man, well, guess what? They're not covered. That child is Esau. And that child is not an Israelite. You know what I'm saying? So on some real shit, man. Motherfuckers be thinking like, it'd be off, like jokes and games with me, man. But but yo, nah. So voodoo or that other, or whatever else somebody may be believing in, it doesn't tell me, other shit. So in the Bible, in Romans chapter 9, verse 13, it talks about how God is a racist. Now, I explained earlier who Jacob was, right? Jacob was born to a woman named Rebecca. So was Esau, who's the progenitor of the white race, right? She had two nations growing in her womb. One was black, one was white. Here's Romans chapter 9, verses 13. God said, Jacob, who I love, and Esau, who I hate. Jacob, who I love, but Esau, who I hate. So when these people say about, oh, God is love and this, and that, he said hate. He used the word hate. God said he hates the white man and he loves Esau. And all these black people, and here's the bullshit. Everybody want to get along and, we're all equal and we're all this and we're all that. Nah, black people, y'all we above white people. Always been above white people. Know what I'm saying? After slavery, dog, like 40 years after slavery, come on, in the 30s, the white man was going through a fucking depression here in the United States. Black people was thriving in Tulsa, Oklahoma. Black Wall Street. While the white man was motherfucking starving here in America, the black man had motherfucking banks, hospitals, supermarkets, homes, all kind of shit popping. The economy was stimulating. Here in America, in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and the white man got jealous and burned that shit down. And you know where the black man got fucked up at? Martin Luther King. So y'all could thank that stupid motherfucker for our condition now. Black people were Republicans. Black people didn't want shit to do with the white man. Black people went out and did their own fucking thing. And because Martin Luther King wanted us to be able to sit at the fucking table in Woolworth with fucking white people and eat in the same fucking restaurants and live in the same fucking neighborhoods and shit like that, we became Democrats. We started taking handouts and we started taking everything else. And that was the fucking destruction of the black man. Not slavery, like Dina E. Mercer tried to point out. Why y'all didn't do this? Why y'all didn't do that? Why y'all, we had to give up pussy because y'all wouldn't defend us. Nah, the black man was always fucking defending the white woman. The black man went out and made their own fucking communities and was thriving. It was fucking thriving. So for people to get on here talking like some shit, like I don't like talking about some shit like I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about. Did you know the black man had write-in votes before a white woman did? The black man in America had voting rights before white women had voting rights. Come on, yo, get your head right, dog. Get your head right. When you coming at me and the stupid bitch that was on your page, really, bitch? You got 250. Matter of fact, I got attacked by some booger wolf, some black bitch, right? So you doing all this arguing with me online, all this bullshit online, and then the bitch is gonna say her nigga will fuck me up. Now, would a white woman get in a confrontation with a man over some dumb shit? One. And would she say, my man's gonna fuck you up? I get my man to fuck you up? This is the shit they be on. Who wants a part of that shit? That's what goes on in your fucking mind. But this is supposed to be a college educated bitch. But all she could come up with is, I'm an Uncle Tom, and what do I know about history? and all this dumb shit, and then reverse to my man will fuck you up. And the bitch got a ton of fake hair on her fucking head. But you own a $250,000 house. You got 2 cars. This is what the bitch wrote. She got 2 trucks and a car and a whole motorcycle. What the fuck is a whole motorcycle? So for me to be the way that I am, like I said, you know what I'm saying, I don't like confrontation. I like an easy life. I like to be laid back. I don't want my kids to be terrorized. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my young son, you know what I'm saying, to repeatedly be called a little no good motherfucker, or you're just like your no good father. I don't want my daughters to see this is how you talk to a man. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times, a lot of you black females, this is why your asses get fucked up. And you don't even realize the behavior. But it ain't even your fault. I'm not even going to put it on you. I put it on your mother, because this is what you've been seeing growing up all these years. Your mother has given you the blueprint on how to treat a black man. Your mother was miserable. Trust me, dog. I come from an era of, you know what I'm saying, of them old miserable ass black women. I know what it is. I know what it is. They're miserable. So their daughters grow up in the same fucking cycle. And this shit is repetitive. So how do you break motherfucking, like, I moved from New York to Florida. I broke a cycle. I didn't want my son growing up in gangs, and I didn't want him growing up in the fucking ghetto either. So I broke a cycle. My son is off, great life, doing his motherfucking thing. Not saying you can't do that in New York, but you got to break a cycle. I made that shit happen. So where do we break the cycle? I guess black men say, you know what? I'm going to date somebody else. I'm going to date somebody a little nicer. You may have a one-night stand with a white chick. She wake up the next morning with a smile on her face. You're like, holy shit, I'm not used to that. You go home or whatever, and this bitch got a mean look on her face. You just paid the rent. You just did all kind of shit. But you go home to that angry ass bullshit. Nah, we don't hate ourselves. We just hate the bullshit. And that's all I got to say. I'm going to go watch some goddamn porn. Shaka Zulu was the exit show. I'm out.